They may seem unlikely companions, but it sounds like there's mutual respect.
Come to this country again.
Great honor to be with you.
Prince Charles couldn't quite resist a wry smile.
Great, great woman.
Thank you very much.
The special relationship does look a lot more colourful these days, but in Portsmouth they seem to embrace the change. And the idea President Trump may have been on a bit of a learning curve.
I think he's had a good week. I think it's been important to underline the strength of the relationship between the United States and Britain. And we should recognise that we are dealing with an American president that's less familiar with the diplomatic scene, and therefore visits like this for him are actually far more educational than perhaps with President Obama or others. And so I think he's actually very much appreciated the time, the detail that's been put in, and the friendship that I think Britain has provided.
Faith in our sons, faith in each other, and faith in our united crusade. Thy will be done, Almighty God. Amen.
His is a voice the government knows it needs to listen to. He touched down in England with a very different tone, a row with London's mayor reignited. But at Buckingham Palace, a dignified display.
On behalf of all Americans, I offer a toast to the eternal friendship of our people, the vitality of our nations, and to the long-cherished and truly remarkable reign of Her Majesty, the Queen.
A president who seemed humbled.
What this showed us was a man who could respond graciously, for example, to the Queen's toast at the great banquet. He was nice to Theresa May at the joint press conference. He even praised her negotiating tactics, which previously he had said were a load of rubbish because she hadn't taken his advice. So he was on his very best behaviour, and I think this was a political, strategic decision as well as a personal one.
At Downing Street, it was a more testing climate. Theresa May trying to manage what she couldn't control. Outside, Trump's opponents tried to breathe new life into an inflatable effigy. Alongside them, a certain high-profile protester.
By our demonstration here today, we've shown just how determined we, all of us, are.
President Trump had his own choice words for the Labour leader.
I think that he is, from where I come from, somewhat of a negative force.
For Theresa May, though, a gracious send-off.
I have greatly enjoyed working with you. You are a tremendous professional and a person that loves your country dearly.
Back in Portsmouth, another shift in mood at the end of a dizzying visit. It was ultimately free of diplomatic disasters, but rich with intrigue.
The UK has now experienced the full Trump whirlwind. Some explosive tweets, some showmanship, and some political surprises.
And here they seemed unfazed, if a little uplifted, by his trip.
It really annoyed me to see Jeremy Corbyn, Sadiq Khan out in London, protesting that Donald Trump shouldn't be here. And I just want people to know that everybody doesn't think like them.
I know President Trump is a controversial chap, but really, we're here to commemorate the soldiers. It's not about, the politics of today. It's about 75 years ago.
Lots of talk about the special relationship this week. Do you think it's in any better or worse state as a result of his trip?
In all honesty, I actually think it could be better.
What do you think about some of his interventions on British politics?
Very blunt, I would say, very blunt. He's not a very diplomatic sort of diplomat, is he, really?
The president left for a round of golf in Ireland, leaving behind some cautious optimism and perhaps a sigh of relief. Cordelia Lynch, Sky News, Portsmouth.